All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about real music and how the Kennedy Center is being made great again. And I'll do that in real time for a few real people just like you and just like me. Before I get there, though, I'm just telling people about music, and it's very random. And this band here, all right, and this isn't a new album, but they have a lot of stuff out. Please check this band out. King King is the name of the band. This album here, it's been in my car for a while because I have a CD player in my car. I know that's crazy, right? I've got an old Buick, folks. People think I'm living, the high life here. I'm doing great, by the way. I'm enjoying my life. But my car has a CD player in it. It's just a standard AM FM stereo. No screen, so I'm not staring at a screen while I'm trying to drive the car, which is good because I need to focus. Anyway, if you like Bad Company, Ace, like Paul Carrick sounding music, Eric Clapton, seriously, this band is phenomenal. All right. The band is called King King. You might want to just call them King Squared. I don't know, but they've got a new album coming out. When that album comes out, I'm going to purchase that one, going to talk about it, review it. I might just do a standalone video about this band because they're just that good. I mean, the bluesy R&B, it's just the guitar solos. I mean, come on, man. This is music the way it's supposed to be. All right, according to me, anyway. So let's get to this story about the Kennedy Center, and this will ruffle a few feathers. The rock media had to report this. President Donald Trump. All right, can I get out of this video? Did he just say Trump? I don't want to watch this guy. So President Trump announced this year's Kennedy Center honorees on Wednesday, with Kiss among the artists being recognized. Wow, Merry Christmas, right? Kennedy Center, December. See how I did that? Trump Trump made the announcement during a press conference. Also, Gloria Gaynor is going to be there. Mrs. I Will Survive. Apparently, she's still around, so she's living up to her song. Sly Stallone is going to be there, folks. This is going to be cool. Michael Crawford, for those of you who want a little more culture, you got Michael Crawford, who, of course, was in the Phantom of the Opera. But then you've got legendary country superstar, the king of country, the king of country. George Strait is going to be there. All right, so this is like a bunch of working class hero type people, maybe minus Michael Crawford. Gloria Gaynor, I would put her in that category, even though the music is a different style. Trump, very characteristic of Donald Trump, says, they're great people and they deserve it. They work hard and they're still working hard. And everybody knows it. Everybody's saying it. No, I added that. Trump said of Kiss, noting the band has something very special. They're a very special band, Kiss. I love them. I've always loved them. Gene, Paul, you guys are the best. Anyway, noting the band has planned something very special. So Kiss, who are probably going to perform, right? They planned something special. They're going to perform. I thought they were retired. Oh, and what about Ace and Peter? Are they going to be there? Ace and Peter are going to be there? Is this a full-fledged Kiss reunion? Wow, maybe that's what he's talking about. Maybe Trump gotten the original band back together again? I think that's the headline of this entire video. Screw the Kennedy Center. I mean, Kiss reunion orchestrated by Donald Trump. It says here, well, I don't know if that's true. All right, because this doesn't say that. But of course, the rock media doesn't know anything. Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, Ace Frehley, and Peter Criss formed Kiss in New York City in 1973. They released their self-titled debut album in 1974 and have gone on to become one of the biggest selling bands of all time. Look, I give Kiss a hard time because they do too much when it comes to marketing. They just do too much, but they're See, like Donald Trump, see, Kiss and Trump have a lot in common because they overpromise, they underdeliver, but you got to give Kiss credit. 100 million records sold worldwide. And they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame somewhat reluctantly in 2014. Somewhat reluctantly. They're in, and they should be in. I mean, the makeup alone, the theatrics, Gene Simmons's tongue. What else makes Kiss unique? All of the merchandise. I'm pretty sure I had a Kiss lunchbox, and I didn't even like Kiss. I didn't like him at the time. Nope, I didn't appreciate the greatness of Kiss. But yeah, I had the lunchbox and probably some other Kiss stuff. If I had a Kiss T-shirt, I would probably wear it. Why the heck not? You know what it is now? It's it's kind of like I'm honoring the culture that I was immersed in for many years. I mean, there are certain bands that I don't really like or listen to, but I would like I'm not wearing a Nirvana shirt, right? I could, but because I sort of liked the 90s, especially compared to what's going on now. But musically, I wasn't really into a lot of that stuff. So just some random thoughts here on this. As people age, they tend to be more sympathetic to things that maybe they didn't like at the time. And, Kiss was kind of fun. They were kind of fun. They had their moments. They had their good moments, and they had moments where you were kind of cringing. All right. So one last time for this band here, folks. King. They're from the UK, right? And this one here is called Standing. If you want to start somewhere, start with this album, Standing in the Shadows, and then just work your way toward the present day. And you're going to realize that these guys write really good songs. The guitar solos are sweet. The vocals, I mean, this is rock and roll, folks. This is the way rock and roll was designed to continue into this current generation, especially if you like the Black Crowes or Bad Company or Eric Clapton. All right, so just some reference points, and they're not all perfect reference points. I do my best here. All right, folks, again, thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you want to support this channel, there's Patreon, there's Buy Me a Coffee, there's YouTube memberships, and PJ Rock Super Chats. Also, big shout out to my friend Tullian Chavidjan, who was on the show this week and did a killer interview. I was kind of fumbling and bumbling during that interview because other than Eric Clapton, seriously, Tullian was like, you just really high anthropology. It just, if he watches this, he's probably going to crack up because I said that. But I'll have a link so you can check out the Sanctuary as well on this video because his message is very much needed in this world where everybody is trying to do more, be more. The truth is that Jesus paid it all. He did everything for us. So perspective. You need some perspective. All right. Making the Kennedy Center great again. Thank you, President Trump, for that. I know people hate Trump, or a lot of people do, but I think this is a really cool development.